Yo, crypto nation and mining family. Crypto nation and mining family. What's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo, crypto nation and mining family. What's going on out there? So, definitely have got, this one's going to be really focused in on some AMD stuff. So guys, I hope you find this very informative. Of course, right? But first I will start off with this. Oh, come on. Workbench. There we go. Bam. This is my website, guys. HotRodMining.com. You can definitely check it out with the links down below. Find all of your good mining gear there, from hats, shirts, some pants, some shorts, and yo, you can even put together a mining rig right out from my website. A lot of the stuff is a decent price, so definitely, certainly check this stuff out. I mean, you got some awesome hats. Yo, I really like this one. Boom. Crypto and hot rods. Yo, you can support me and my YouTube channel by getting any of my gear. Yo, that's just so awesome. And then bam, hot life on the back. Yo. So, and then got some awesome shirts, guys. Definitely venture up onto here, you know. If you wanted to, you can even check out, I've got gear up on here too, guys. Really cool stuff. It is all drop shipment, so do give it a little bit of time before it gets delivered to you. Be patient, it does get there. Without any further ado, let's dig into the juicy bits. Boom. So for the first time in 5 years, AMD has beaten NVIDIA in the amount of products that they have shipped out. So this is actually a pretty good sign for AMD. Now, I'm not really too worried about them not performing. It's like AMD and NVIDIA, they might have been reporting some record lows from last year because mining has dropped off, as we all know. But it is good to see that AMD is starting to make a little bit of a turnaround with their with the amount of GPUs that they're rolling out. Now, there are some reasons that AMD is rolling out with a few more rolling out more products than AMD. One, their pricing on AMD is a little bit cheaper on that aspect, but you're also not hitting NVIDIA's top tier GPUs. Not so much of a big issue. NVIDIA AMD still produces a great product. But there is some reasons why AMD has had a pretty good bump. For one, NVIDIA does not entirely have a domain in laptops. It's something that AMD has been trying to have more of a presence in, with built-in graphics and then just regular graphics in notebooks and laptops and stuff like that. This here has also helped push their sales up. And then you also have Xbox that's going to be utilizing AMD cards, and I believe also Sony PlayStation's going to be utilizing AMD graphics cards. So it looks like AMD is starting to make their bigger presence known in the marketplace, which is a good thing. They need to be able to drive their sales up, especially when they have partner programs sitting there cutting corners. Now, as much as somebody might like the MSI Evoke, and this card will perform fairly okay, but if you guys ever watch Gamers Nexus, If you haven't, check him out. He is another YouTuber that he's not in the mining, he's not in the crypto. He knows about it and stuff like that, but he dives deep into the hardware, overclocking, pushing the equipment to the limits, guys. So he got his hands on one of these. I mean, the card itself, it looks pretty cool. I mean, I like the side panel here. You know, I mean, it's not that bad of a looking card, but they done cut some major corners. So it's not on the graphical, the core on this that they have an issue with the cooling on, although they could have done better, but that's a different topic. I mean, they went with thermal pads. I think that it should just be replaced with some really good thermal grease on there, and the bigger issue where they cut their corners on was on the VRAM. So when it comes down to the VRAM on this, guys, now if you do end up grabbing yourself one of these cards, be prepared to just open it up right off the bat. The cold plate that's supposed to cover up all the VRAM, it does for the most part. What I mean by that is that there is a side that the cold plate for the VRAM only covers half of the chipset, and then they only put enough thermal pad on there to cover half the chipset, even on the VRAM that had a potential of a full contact to the cold plate. So when it comes down to it, if you end up getting one of these cards, just be prepared to just open it up right from day one. It's like $9 worth of thermal pads and a little bit of thermal grease, and use non-conductive thermal grease. Either use the grizzly paste, was it the Hydronaut, or you can grab MX4. You can grab this stuff right off of my own website. So if you wanted to grab the MX4, this will work too. It's non-conductive. That's what you want to use in your GPUs. And then you're also going to want to pick up some thermal pads for this thing. Now, even on the side that the cold plate does not cover all the VRAM on there, still put the thermal pad covering the whole thing. From what Gamer Nexus was saying, is that even though that the cold plate does not cover those VRAMs all the way on certain areas, it does benefit from just having the thermal pad on there, because it's going to try to help wick away the heat a little bit, guys. So that is my suggestion with this card. Otherwise, for like gaming and such, it is a decent performing card. Now, whenever you're doing benchmarks like Cinebench or something like that, you're hitting this card real hard. It's not something that you would normally see in real world application, but for those of you that are rendering and stuff like that, these cards will benefit you guys. Now, the 5700 series and the 5700, you know, all the 5700 series themselves, I'm like, yawn, you know, this one's, you know, pretty much the same thing as this, but it's in the blower setup. But being that this is an AMD card specifically, this one has the cold plates better placed over the VRAM. Everything just seems to be packaged with a lot more quality behind it. So be careful with some of these partner programs. It seems like they are cutting some corners, unfortunately, guys, right? Now, the things that I've been actually kind of excited over, and they're just kind of rumored launches. They're not nothing set in stone, which one of them is the 5900 series. And Lisa Sue, it says high-end Navi is coming, guys. So these cards are in the pipeline. They just don't have a targeted release date. I'm sure that they're trying to make sure that the 5700 series rolls out okay, and they've also got to fix their temperature issues that they are having. Seems like the new AMDs are, their junction temperatures are getting up to 100 C, which that is starting to prove to be an issue for some people. For mining wise, that is a big problem, because it just yanks all the way to 100 C, and then the card starts to thermal throttle, crashes, all that horrible stuff, because the card just isn't regulating its temperature properly. I don't know what the issue is on AMD side. I've been, until I get one of them in my hands, it's hard for me to sit there and really understand where the hot spots are on the card. And then of course, moving on, the 5950 XT. Sapphire has registered the Radeon 5950, 5900 XT, the 5850 and the 5800 series, so they are getting prepared for the next lineup, guys. So these cards I'm actually a little bit more interested in, especially the 5950. That seems like it might, I'm hoping, be a very dominating card. I hope it's something that will give NVIDIA a run for its money. For the first time, AMD has the upper hand, I think, into potentially making a dominating card. I don't know if NVIDIA has anything left in its wheelhouse right now to be able to deliver a punch back if these 5950s are just baller cards, right, guys? So definitely, what's your guys' thoughts on the 5950? Are you more interested in that, or are you going to grab yourself the 5700 XT for now? Let me know in the comments and down below. I'd love to hear that one out. And then for anybody that does have the Radeon cards, and you're having any kind of weird issues with playing with the RGB on there and stuff like that, they do have a new driver update for it. It does help with some of the issues that are known for the new Radeon 7s, but what I'm really more interested in is, check this out. The AMD TRX 40. Guys, do you know what this is? This is the new Threadripper. So, Asus Prime TRX 40 Pro and the Asus ROG Strix 40E Gaming. Whoa! So, they are not on the Epic lineup. They are going to, looks like they are, it suggests the Threadripper's chipset. So it'll be the TRX 40, the TRX 80, and the WRX 80. Not to be confused with the Subaru WRX. I'm sorry, car joke, bad, I know. Horrible jokes. But it looks like the next generation of Threadripper is upon us. I'm wondering if what I'm actually more interested in is once they release these with the new Threadrippers, it makes the first, second, and third generation Threadrippers come down in price, because they now have the next lineup. So I'm super excited because I got the first generation AMD, the 1900X. It's just the regular 8-core. This CPU is phenomenal. I have no issues with this thing whatsoever. It renders beautifully, does everything that I can throw at it. But I was more interested in the 12 core and the 32 core and the 24 core. but they were way out of my budget for whenever I was putting this PC together originally. I just figured that I would get the cheaper chipset for right now, and whenever they rolled out with the new Threadripper stuff, I'd be able to scoop up the older generations on a discount. Yo! So I will definitely be looking out for that stuff. So if you guys are looking to build a Threadripper setup, I would definitely hold off until these boards are actually, the boards and the new CPUs come out. So what's your guys' thoughts on that? Are you guys excited about the Threadripper like I am? Let me know in the comments and down below. And while you're down there, guys, yo, definitely smash that lizardy like button. Smash away. Subscribe. Share these videos with other people if you can. If you know anybody that is looking to buy some new graphics cards, show them this video amongst with all the other ones that I have too. Yo. And guys, don't forget to definitely hop up onto my hotrodmining.com, you know, where you can find all this great gear and all this good stuff too. And like always, I'll definitely see you on the next one. Peace.